Spock's two Star Trek Heartbreaks explain why the Vulcan never pursued love again. Spock, the half-Vulcan, half-human first officer of the USS Enterprise, is often seen as the epitome of logic, stoicism, and emotional restraint. Yet beneath that calm, unflappable exterior lies a story shaped by two profound heartbreaks. Heartbreaks that illuminate why Spock, despite his human capacity for emotion, never truly pursued romantic love. These experiences were not simply failed relationships. They were crucibles that tempered his character, teaching him that love, even for someone with his Vulcan discipline, could be both dangerously consuming and inevitably painful. The first of these heartbreaks comes from the heart-wrenching tension between duty and desire. Throughout Star Trek, the original series, Spock is portrayed as a man of unwavering commitment to Starfleet and logic, but occasionally, glimpses of vulnerability surface. Perhaps the most illustrative example occurs in Amok Time, where Spock confronts the Vulcan ritual of Pon farr. Vulcan biology demands that every 7 years, a Vulcan must mate or die, a phenomenon foreign and alien to human sensibilities, yet central to Vulcan identity. For Spock, this is not merely biological, it is deeply emotional. He is drawn to T'Pring, a Vulcan woman he respects and seemingly loves, yet she manipulates the ritual to her advantage, choosing another and forcing Spock into a duel with his closest friend, Kirk. This betrayal cuts at Spock not physically, but existentially. The woman he hoped would be his partner rejects him in the most calculated, culturally sanctioned way. It is not the loss alone that wounds him, but the cold logic with which it is administered, a reflection of Vulcan society's merciless approach to emotion. Even when Spock survives, he emerges chastened. Love, he realizes, is not just irrational. It is a force that can clash disastrously with duty, honor, and survival. The second heartbreak, arguably more subtle, but equally devastating, comes from the intersection of humanity and alienation. In the Enterprise incident, Spock enters a complex espionage plot involving Romulan deception. Though the mission is ostensibly professional, he is forced into a kind of intimate duplicity, pretending to reciprocate the interest of a Romulan commander. Though the circumstances are tactical, the emotional strain is real. Here, Spock experiences a paradoxical intimacy without true connection, a fleeting spark of human warmth and vulnerability that ends as abruptly as it begins. The encounter underscores another painful lesson. Even when love or affection is present, the chasm between his Vulcan self and the world at large makes meaningful romantic engagement nearly impossible. In this moment, Spock glimpses the human yearning for companionship and simultaneously recognizes the structural impossibility of fulfilling it. Together, these heartbreaks shape Spock's philosophy on relationships. Vulcans suppress emotion for a reason. Unchecked passion leads to chaos, irrationality, and, as Spock learned, heartbreak of a kind that cannot easily be remedied by logic alone. Yet it is not pure repression that defines him. It is the careful negotiation between his human heart and his Vulcan mind. He is fully aware of desire, love, and longing, but he measures the cost. The lessons of T'Pring and the Romulan commander are stark. The potential for love is always accompanied by the risk of pain, and for someone who serves as both officer and mediator aboard the Enterprise, emotional vulnerability could imperil far more than his own happiness. It could imperil lives. Interestingly, these heartbreaks also explain Spock's often enigmatic friendship with Captain Kirk. Where romantic connection failed, a different kind of intimacy flourished. Spock's loyalty, trust, and understated affection for Kirk serve as a surrogate for the romantic connection he could not maintain. The depth of their friendship demonstrates that while Spock eschews romantic love, he does not eschew emotional bonds entirely. He simply channels them into forms that are survivable and mutually reinforcing. Kirk becomes both confidant and emotional anchor, someone with whom Spock can share trust without risking the betrayal and turmoil that characterized his romantic experiences. Finally, understanding Spock's heartbreak sheds light on a broader theme within Star Trek: the tension between human and Vulcan identities. Spock is a bridge between logic and feeling, and his experiences with romantic love reveal that even a being as disciplined as he is vulnerable to loss. Yet vulnerability does not mean indulgence. Spock's heartbreaks are formative, not debilitating. They refine his capacity for empathy, courage, and loyalty. In choosing to focus on duty and friendship rather than romance, he achieves a different kind of fulfillment, one grounded in stability, mutual respect, and enduring connection. In the end, Spock's two heartbreaks, T brings betrayal, and the fleeting Romulan intimacy serve as narrative keystones. They are reminders that even the most disciplined among us cannot escape the